I took a picture of a flower growing in adversity in a brick wall. The only flower coming out of those bricks, the whole length of the fence. That flower bloomed. I'll show you guys. I hope you can see it because the way my phone, when I try to put it on to turn the camera to face me when it's recording, and doesn't do it. When the phone is off or before I start recording, I have to do it. So now you can see that flower, and you may have to zoom in. But just to say, in adverse situations, sometimes we have to find our strength, and we have to still desire to press on. That flower had a desire to press on and come through that brick. It didn't just, there was a flower, a seed was grown, and in good situations where the soil was fertile, ripe for the growing, it had to come through brick. Have you ever felt like you got to go through brick? Seeming like whatever you do is something. You don't just get the nice dirt that's all nourished and has all the fertility and fermented and everything that dirt needs to grow. It's not like that. It's hard brick. And you got to stand, and you're knowing, and then you're growing in hard brick. You got to progress. You got to know that you're still evolving, and you're going to progress in this situation no matter what it look like, no matter what it feel like. You come through that brick and you stand flat-footed and you tell the enemy, no, I rebuke you. You cannot have my soul. You cannot have my soul. In adversity, still stand. Death doesn't fear you. Death doesn't fear me, because that's a gift too. To transition to the other side, that's a gift. That most mortal men think being on earth is a gift. You woke up this morning, that's a gift. I call it a gift. You know how many dead people wish they, I don't know. Have you ever been dead? They come to remind us of our power. They ain't dead. They got power, and we will have power. On this side, when our minds perceive, we can have power on this side. We don't have to wait until death. We can have it now. I think things and then see it. Something will come to my mind as a passing thought, and then there's someone will say it or I see it. I can dream it, and then dang, why did it happen? But I still can't hit a number or nothing. Not that I play, because I don't play, because that's not my area of where my gifts flow. My wealthy place is not where my wealthy place is. My wealthy place is in the cosmos, is in the planet, is in the land, is in the animals, is in the trees, it's in life. The simplest things make me happy. I don't need a man with $1 million. I need a mate who understands what I understand and understand it and overstand it. And if that mate ain't here on earth, he's not on earth. But I've seen that mate. Maybe I see him in my dreams, because maybe on the other side, that's what we're living together. And I will know every imposter who thinks he's coming to me as a mate. He won't look like that. I will know him. I wash my hair and brushed it. I ain't put anything on it. And it's just looking like one of those days, you know. But I'm cool. I don't try to fix myself up for the next person to look. Either you look and you like, or you don't. Don't faze me either way. Because I could see some of the most prettiest people walking this earth with an ugly ass spirit. They aura don't even vibrate high. And that matters the most. When we understand who we are and why we're here, you'd be cooking then. You'd be cooking in with lard. I'm sorry, baby. I hope you didn't. I'm just not thinking. No, gnat. I didn't mean to swat at the gnat naturally. He didn't want me to swat at him. He deserved to live. Or he can graduate and get a new body. Maybe he'll be a butterfly next. Maybe a bird. The prettiest blue bird flew down to me a little while ago. Beautiful. Had to be a male because he was so beautiful in his color. And he got the bread I put out and he flew away. I fed some seagulls the other day. They all came swarming around me. And I held the bread in my hand, and one, he was brave enough to come and get it from my hand. And then I did it again the next day or two, and one was probably the same one, was comfortable enough to come and get it from my hand. I painted my nails. I don't normally paint my nails anymore. I used to paint them because it keeps them strong so that I don't break them. And they'll grow super, super long. Like when people grow their nails real long and they curve and all that. But I end up breaking them and stuff if I don't polish them. So I'm growing my nails just because, I don't know. And they had stopped growing because someone was giving me poison. So for a long time they wouldn't grow. And they were splitting, they kept splitting, and they were all, had lines in them and stuff like my toenails. And my fingernails were bad. I had never seen my fingernails like that before. And that was from me being poisoned numerous times. Because people want to poison me. Like they killed Dr. Sabi for his truth. They'd rather me be dead for my truth. I ain't on here telling everybody how to heal themselves and this and that. But I don't see nan threat going to Tanny Raw. I don't see nan threat going to Lisa Raw Food Romance. I don't see nan threat. Well, I won't even say Healthy Alternative because he's black. And they target us blacks. But ain't none of them going to see these women who telling everybody how to lose weight in the country. Not a damn thing. They ain't getting any message telling them they better stop. But they want to make me frightened to tell my truth. Kill me then. I ain't out here just giving it away. Pay me for my knowledge. I ain't wrote a book on how to heal yourself, so pay me. If you want me to help you lose weight, pay me. Right now, my situation, because of my stress, I've been eating things that I shouldn't eat, you know? But we comfort ourselves in food. We comfort ourselves in camaraderie. We black people, we're social people. We like to eat and feel good. When we celebrate our wins, we want to cook a meal. When we go on a date, we want to go to a restaurant. Well, we having a bad day or mama just died. We in the kitchen eating. With food surround us. It's how we celebrate. It's how we congratulate, and it's how we mourn. We always have food. So I've been kind of comforting myself because I'm going through a lot. I've lost my son. It's 2 years now. I keep saying it'll be 2 years because it feels like it was yesterday. And his kids are stolen from us for some white entitled people who had the courts throwing out my paperwork, pretending it wasn't there. And when attorneys looked at it, said, "Oh, your paperwork's done correct to me," you know. But it goes on who you know. And when you know people, people can do things for you. So she had this other black lady in the courthouse named Rhonda throwing out who's a court stenographer, and she knew some people and they can pull strings and make it happen. That's why my son, before he died, kept saying, she know Rhonda and Bill. So they threw the paperwork out. My grandsons are now on hyper medications because, like, you need to get 2 toddlers, hyper medications, 2 little nigger boys. She needs to control them with her white ass with medication. See, they're racist. So I'm being racist back to them because that was some racist ass bullshit. They shot my son in the face with a Nerf gun, telling him on a holiday, ha, 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 you don't shoot no black man in the face with a Nerf gun and everything, and they're white, and they all laughed thinking it was okay. That's racism. And they did it to the girl's dad. She was mixed. Her dad was mixed. And the family, her family, forbade her to be with that mixed boy. So the man had hell just seeing his daughter. So here go my son getting with the daughter who's getting in this family of hell. Now you don't make two kids with these people that we can't see. You had a problem when you moved back because in his house, he paid everything and took care of them kids, bought them all kind of toys. I was, Timothy, you need to pay your bills. He buying them everything. Then he got to move back to her house because he's short a couple hundred. She won't give it to him, and he out trying to work on cars and telling everybody he'll fix their car on Facebook, and she going behind him, he said, and telling everybody he's a deadbeat dad and he don't do nothing for the kids. He bought everything for them kids. Diapers, milk, and everything, because a girl would never keep her WIC appointments. So he studied trying to make sure they got this and got that, and white people, black people alike get WIC. Nurses get WIC. So he had to buy formula. How the fuck he gonna afford formula on the kind of income he having and rent and try to elevate them to better cars and better this? All she can call him was a piss poor nigger and told him she can get rid of him without touching him. My son is gone. So people want me to shut the fuck up. I'll shut up when I'm dead. And I mean that. You will not take my son and silence me or make me think you can harm me. You weak when you need to poison me. You don't just come up to me and say, shut the fuck up, bitch, pow. Shut the fuck up, bitch, bam. You weak as fuck when you gotta hide poison. Like they did Dr. Blair and his wife. They poisoned him on the airplane, shit coming through the vents. His wife didn't recover, he did. Delbert Blair. And they want you to think, well, you better shut up or we can do this to you. I know you some bullies. Because you got a pocket full of money and you know some secret societies. Then they want to pay every little black person to do this and do that to make it look like black people evil. Still playing us slaves to be against the next slave. You got the house nigga against the field nigga. Ain't nothing changed. And mad because I don't want a white dick between my legs. He can be my friend. I got white Caucasian friends. That don't mean I'm attracted to a white dick. I've seen some very nice looking white men. Body on fleek. Probably a pocket full of money. They got credit. You can walk in and they can get anything they want because of the cut of their skin. They hired. They got the credit. It's all good. Then I guess me and my black mate'll just suffer. Because that's what I prefer. We don't even talk the same. When we hold conversations, it's kind of like you got to be really nice, really simple in what you're saying. Because if you go to mix words, I don't, did you mean it like that? Was it supposed to be like that? We hitting a roadblock somewhere. Then you got every fucking white man with a black baby trying to act like I'm going to say something. I don't give a fuck if you in that store with a black baby, somebody let you carry her black baby in the store, or you adopted the black baby. You damn sure didn't mix and make that color baby, because it would look a little different. You playing a game. And even so, I don't care. That's the part they don't get. They're using their energy, and I'm learning to be a good alchemist and take that energy for my good. Let them keep playing. I ain't giving a fuck. I'm staying happy. So I can manifest what I need. I just know sexually what I'm attracted to. Now, doesn't say that, oh, I don't want no man with stringy hair. I don't want him looking pale. No, I'm not talking about him in that way. at all. What I'm saying is what I'm attracted to. Sometime light skin, sometime dark. I never really had a preference on light or dark, but I had a preference on race. And I'll contribute that to my ancestors, because a lot of my life, I feel them coming through me, and I don't think they too happy for me to be laying down with a white man. Because they remember what happened to them. They remember. I remember. That to me is a slap in their face. When they would be, oh, master, no, master, no. And now you say, come on, baby. No. I've actually went back in time and seen what they've went through. Not on movie. My mind showed me. I asked the ancestors to show me where the perversion into our family. The ancestors showed me and continue to show me more. And that's how it entered our family, from the white man. Impregnated one of our beings, one of our women. I don't share everything. I share some things. But that's not for me. Now, I can watch Susan with a white man. That's her. That ain't me. He could be my friend. But I know he think he better than me, and I'm just a nigga bitch. He can pretend, oh, we're all nice and we don't think of racism. Go suck a lemon with that lie. You ain't done the black night of the soul. You don't know yourself. If you really think you better, you ain't better than me, because you do. In your mind, you're not sitting up thinking you better, but you're privileged. And you know, to a degree, you get more than I will ever get. So we can be friends. We can't be lovers. Plus, why you want me? I aged a little bit. Short hair makes me look a little older, but I'm keeping my short hair because I don't want to comb my hair. I don't want to do my hair. And these are my antennas, and they seem to not turn as yellow when I cut it low than when it grows, because then it goes yellow, and people think I'm dyeing my hair because I used the bleach to lift the color off my hair before. I had to lift it off, and then this color I put in it, I didn't like it. I had to lift it off of there, and it turned blonde. Now I was okay, bitch, it's gonna be mad. Now I got some blonde hair. So somebody wanted to chop and screw that and make me talk about black bitches and da-da-da-da-da to come after me. And for some reason, they feel justified in doing that. My dad is in a group home, and it's fucking crazy because them black women, demons, over there doing all kind of cutting up and then acting like it's a problem. I ain't see my daddy. My daddy didn't take care of me. I only saw my daddy a fucking maybe 6-7 times as a child. That I remember. And then when I saw him more as an adult, he's coming around my house because I had something to offer him. Something to eat all the time when he come. He bring my kids donuts. He had to fix my car. I paid him. He cut my grass. I paid him. I don't owe him anything but the acknowledgement that that is my dad and I want the best for him, even though he didn't give a damn about whether or not I had it. Same for my mama. She didn't raise me, and she always talk about when you were 10, 11. I was awarded a course since I was 8. I ran away and came back to your house, and you got us retaken away a couple months later. I'm tired of people pulling on my heartstring, pulling on who I am, and I owe them something. When at the same time, they sided with the devil and they act like, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Yeah, God does know. And we can see people getting theirs just back. They're going to say, that's why God put me on my sick bed, in her voice, through the phone. So it was good that your child was sick. Do you not see the demonic entities we're dealing with on a daily? But a part of me, and I already know, once she said, oh, you kept your kids from me. Yeah, it's just what I thought. I can't put no hope in her, no trust in her, and that's a fucking shame. A woman loves her mother and needs that mother energy from her aunts, her mother, her grandmother, the aunt-in-laws. You need that camaraderie and to help you bloom. But I've already bloomed. Now smell my flower. If it stank to you, that's because of who you are and how you vibrating. If it smells good to you, it's because it's sweet. And you vibrate on that energy of sweetness and kindness and love and balance and hope and knowing. But when you don't, that's how it smells. So people don't want me to tell the truth because the truth will set you free. And some people used to being in Stockholm syndrome in that frequency. They don't want to be set free. They like being captive. I could work. I had a stroke October 1st. I'm walking better every day because I put that fucking cane down and decided to let my leg be my crutch. I put that energy on my leg. I put that energy on my own arm and had to get myself up. Even when I get up, it's still a struggle. I have to do that, to use my arms, because the doctor said if you don't get it back within a year, it's lost. So I'm using these muscles. I'm applying that weight to that right leg, even in it hurts. Because even before the stroke, I had spondylosis. I have 3 herniated and 3 degenerated discs, and my coccyx is swollen. But I got bone on bone on my spine. 2 cartilages torn in my knees. So both my knees swell. Every damn day they swell. But some days it swells too big where I'm limping and I'm hurting. Now I got up today, it felt good. I went, and then when I got through my shopping, I felt it coming on again. That's how they do. Once I go to using them, let me know. Some days it's like, nah, I don't want to be bothered with it. But I still use it because I have to. So I look at it as they're torturing me. Even when I'm sick, they torture me constantly. These are demonic entities that would do that, because a good spirit wouldn't do that. Why would a good spirit want to make you suffer? Why would a good spirit want you to suffer? That's not a good spirit. I see it for what it is. And then it ain't no, she couldn't help the girl who lied and said her baby that I rescued and took to the hospital. She can't help being the product of 2 crackheads. No, she couldn't help that. But she could help how the fuck she pursued her adulthood. She could help how she reared her kids. She could help how she controlled her behavior. She can control how getting some goddamn counseling and saying, I'm going to beat my kids too much. Let me go get some help. I'm going to do this and that because I was thrown in the closet all the time and beaten. I'm going to go get some help. She chose to never get help. She chose to cover it up. She chose to sell crack and act like she's slow. She ain't slow to deal with no goddamn crackheads and keep that shit out there. She ain't slow. She got enough street smarts to get it in. People want to believe that la. I don't. And my mother is really a thin line between love and hate. I love her for who she is, my mother. But I don't like her because she's very conniving. And she'll tell everybody shit and don't never tell it right. And even if she is telling it right, some opinions she shouldn't have. Just like I have a nephew who's changing from a man to a woman. So what? Half the country changing to a woman. It's a whole lot of white men out here that's bumping booties and they don't want their wife to know. So just because a man wearing some goddamn pants and a suit and tie don't mean he's a full-blown man. And for the brothers too, because there's a lot of brothers up in the joint with dreads and muscles that be getting it on. And you know I know what I'm talking about. This is another rant today. And I'm not angry. But I sound angry because I don't like when somebody plays with my energy. It pisses me off. But I understand I got to use my alchemy much better than that. Just keep letting them do it. And I do. I don't say shit. But I walked in the gym and this man just staring at me. I said, what the fuck y'all staring at me for? I'm getting tired of fucking being stared at. What the fuck you staring at me for? All these goddamn pretty women walking around and you staring at my old ass. Need to call my dad. I'm trying to get my phone hooked up, my other phone, to give it to him so he can look at YouTube videos and be able to receive calls when we call him. Because the home he at has got some little heifer playing part of the game. She gonna cuss and say all this to make me get aroused and call her a bitch. Before you know it came off my tongue. And that's normally not me because I'm very intelligent. My vocabulary is expansive enough not to call you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I can think of other things. But I have called them and they have disrespected me about 7-8 times. That was the time to call a bitch a bitch. You acting like a bitch. And then I remember a bitch, she ain't vibrating on how to be a bitch. She ain't no bitch. With a pound of goddamn makeup thinking she's some shit with your old fat ass. I used to be. And I bet I was worth more than your hoish ass. You get a bitch with a couple dollars and they thinking they the shit. I never thought I was the shit. Because if I hadn't spread my money as thin as I did helping how I helped, I still have some of that shit. I'm paying this bill, all these car insurances, all these house payments, helping this, helping that one, giving money away. If I would have kept that shit, I still have some money. Everybody don't think like me. Everybody don't share their wealth. Most won't get a last. I've given my last more than 20 times. That's who I am. Because I don't value the things that you value. And I don't look at things the way you look at them. I don't feel the need to pay $10,000 a month or $4,000 or $5,000 for rent. Not for me and one household. Now, maybe for me, my other daughter, my other daughter, and all the kids and different people moving in. Now, yeah, we need that space. Cool. That's big enough. That's going to cost us. But just for me, come a time one day I'm going to wish I had those dollars back. I could do something else with them. I could invest it in this. Put some in the stock market, put some over here, diversify my income. I want to put some here, put some over there, and try some of this. Yeah, I would have done something like that. But when I had it, I also had the wrong person standing beside me. He was there when the tough got going. I'll give him that. He was definitely there when the tough got going. But he also brought stress to me when the tough got going. He was there, but also there with his bullshit. He was crumbling through the shit and before the shit. And it was just added more shit. So you there, you helping me, but you're bringing your shit too. I got to deal with that too. And I'm the only sane one. I got a question. Do you wear glasses? Because I swore when I had the stroke, my vision was a little blurred, but I said, no, I don't, no. They knew things by the area of my brain that it hit. I was saying no to everything because I was trying to get the fuck out of that hospital. But when you're wearing glasses, your vision seems better when you put them on. You can see, but when you take them off, is it worse? Seems to me my vision got worse when I took the glasses off. Thank you. I'm so glad you're still alive, Mr. Nat, that I didn't kill him. But it seems that my vision is worse when I take it off the glasses. You know? So, yeah. I tell you, people. But just looking at that flower, living in adversity, had to thrive and coming through that brick, the cement and the mortar, just coming through brick. The only one that made it, still wanted to shine. And that reminds me of me. I may be the only one that make it. I may be the only one that they took through hell, and I'm still standing. And I know I ain't the only one, but I'm still standing. I'm the one who made it through. I'm that one in a million. People don't like that I know that. I'm a one in a million. This hair turned, in my 28 years old, I started seeing white hairs. At 23 years old, I started taking